Hello, YouTubers. That's right, it is another Weeping Willow video. As Brenda from Bristol would say, not another one! Yeah, it's another one, but I've had to do it. I've had to do it, ladies and gentlemen, because I wired this 19 days ago. And so it was that many weeks ago I wired this. And we had a problem. Well, we had some frosts. Well, we had a frost, a couple of air frosts, and I thought, oh yeah, that's all right. Yeah, we got some air frosts coming in. That's great. So I'll wire this bad boy, and it'll be fine. So I wired it, and yeah, it was fine. But then look outside. It's still warm. It's still been in a t-shirt all day, and it's still been hot. Wish I'd had my shorts on. But because of that, my wires had to come off, and I've taken this section of my new top that I was growing, just so it cascades onto the bottom, as you can see. All looks sexy, and it's going to plan. It's going to plan. But I've removed all these wires, and as you can see, it has sort of held its shape to how I want it. But that will do over winter, because I'd rather not have wires on if I can help it over winter, because you lose branches. Willows are renowned for losing branches, and that's why I've left so many branches on here for that situation. When it does occur, I've got backups. Obviously, if it's a big branch, you ain't got no backups. You're screwed. You're screwed. You're just gonna have to wait another 2 years till you get a branch that looks that sort of girth, shall I say. But yeah, so we have got some bad news about this tree. We'll take a closer look at the situation right now. I'll put a bit of light on that situation as well. There we go. We've got a bit of light on the situation. Can you spot it yet? Can you spot it yet? I'll zoom you in. Look at that. No, what have you done, Gizzy? Well, like I said, I didn't know 18 days ago how quickly she was still growing. And look at that, that ain't good. That ain't good. I've smothered it. What's the word? Smothered, that's the one. I have smothered it with in our terms, cut paste. So I smothered it with that, and I'm just gonna hope for the best, really. But they're quite deep, and what that might do to this tree is I put a lot of effort and time into this whole branch, and then in the winter or next winter that will get like infected, and then it'll start killing off that branch, and then I'll just have to cut it anyway, unfortunately. It's the same with this branch. I just don't know if it's some of the colours they go, but some branches I think, yeah, you ain't gonna last through the winter, and that is one. But I don't know why, but I just don't think that branch is gonna last. Obviously, you can look at all the cuts I've done in the past and think, well, no wonder it's not gonna last, Gizzy. You've even got a new node coming out just to tell you it's not gonna bloody last. But where this is getting so busy, I was thinking, what if you got rid of that whole branch? You could get rid of that, and you could have that one from your top. Let me just zoom you out a bit. You can't really see it like that. So this is my new top. Yeah, may live, may not. But if you got rid of that branch there, that whole segment there, that top would cascade in its place down, you see, and then you get other ones cascading down in that place. So for another time, he may be coming out for your new top. I just hope that survives. I don't like that. I don't like that. That was me just blasing it. Oh yes, yes, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Oh yes, we'll be bloody fine. And we weren't fine, were we? Even that started to get, you can see a little indentation of the wires that I used. But to get a willow, weeping willow, corkscrew willow, you name it, to get it to look so compact and like an actual bloody tree, you've got to use wires. I'm afraid you've got to use wires. See, if you want to get a decent looking tree, you are going to have to use wires. And I'm sorry about that, but that is what you are going to be using, wires. But I like how it's starting to get the yes, get the taper, get the taper right. Let me just take a pause because I've hurt my back. So I suppose you're wondering, shall I say, why I've left some wires on and took all the top wires off, bar a few lower branches. I have taken some wires off, but I'll tell you why. Well, like I said before, that monstrosity, what happened, because these are newer branches, you see, they grow a lot quicker than your older branches that you've had since, well, 2 years probably. Still a young tree, you know what I mean? Still a young tree. But what happens where you, and that's still quite an old branch, because you see that getting the old looking barkaroonie going on. And yeah, I bent that in directions you wouldn't think was possible. Yes, it even snapped. It snapped, I heard it. I effing heard it. But that's old, so I removed the wire from this, and I didn't have any wire marks whatsoever. I did remove a branch here. I'm sorry I didn't show you, but I did when I was bored, because it just didn't look right. But other than that, that lot is fine. But this one is still a new branch. Still a new branch this year. Done this year. There's a whole year's worth there, just on that top bit there. So hopefully this one's a year as well. That's just a year's growth, just off that whole bit. So hopefully that won't die. If so, I may have to have a backup one growing for next spring to take its place, because I need a top on this now, because I see my vision and it looks even better than my vision. Yeah, it's my creaking floorboards. It's an old cottage. Some say it's haunted. Yeah, some say it is. Not me. Not me. And we've got a lovely mossy bottom. And we love a mossy bottom, because what that does for the winter, when it's in the greenhouse, it's just that extra layer of protection for your root system. Because when you've got it in such a small pot and you need to water that 3 times a day in the summer, if not more, yeah, you're going to need some protection, mate. Aye, you're going to need some protection. I'll just take a closer view of the trunk, because Bonsai Buttercup does love a nice twisty trunk. So I've heard. And I look up the tree to the sun. You see the sun coming through the branches? Wow, that's not the sun, it's my LED lights. But you get the idea. It's a nice twisty trunk. That's corkscrew willow for you. Yeah, I wouldn't even sell this tree now. Even if I sold it, people wouldn't know the bond. They'd be like, oh, what do I do? Yeah, because if you don't put hundreds of hours into it a bloody year, it ain't gonna look nothing like that. That is the end and all of it, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna start wrapping this up soon, i.e. now, and say, oh yeah, that's what I was getting. Oh yeah, no, I told you. Yeah, so remove some of the wires here, and you got no indentation of that actual wire on that. So I know this whole lot is fine. But come winter, when all these leaves have come off, I will look at it, and that is when I will do my fine wiring and branch removal, just to get that look of a real tree. And I'll show you a problem you get when you've got so much foliage in the middle. You're trying to grow stuff in the middle as well, but it don't all grow, as this branch tells you now. That branch completely died, and it just doesn't look good. See, that whole branch might be one that needs to come out of the middle. But I did, yeah, one of the leaves stopped the recording. I didn't even notice, but I did cut that off, and we've got one left here that has leafage on, so that's all cool. That's good. That's good. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on all these other wires that are remaining on this tree, and when I'm happy, I'll get rid of. When I know it's stopped, when it's actively stopped growing, I will get rid of them. But until that happens, what we looking like here? Let's get him out. Nothing. Great. And that's what I mean. Your older branches grow a lot slower, so it gives you more time. It was me, I didn't have my whatever it was on the ball. And that is why they in that one. Oh no, I don't like looking at it. I don't like looking at it. Look at that. That is Catman-do. That is what that is. Catman effing do. But I will rectify it, and this will be an award-winning Weeping Willow. You mark my word. If you've enjoyed watching this and you want to see more of this bad boy, then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Ta-da for now. Gizzy green fingers.